All right, y'all, let's get into the video, man. Make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell that ain't your mama to tell that Uncle Joey still a hoe. Let's get right into the video. I'm going to shout out to Resisting the Reset for this video, okay, on what happened with Aaron Carter's mysterious death. Let's get into it, y'all.
Okay, so there's no doubt that people who actually own the celebrity industry, the people you don't hear about,
the Illuminati, the powers that be, the elite,
the people that nobody knows their names, the actual CEOs of some of these studios,
the people behind the people,
these music industry record labels, etc.
I ain't gonna lie, I gotta take a shit, y'all. I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I am back. Nothing came out, so yeah, I know that's a TMI. Let's get into it, y'all.
etc. They have a lot of sway. And
shit,
they
what?
have a huge,
they have all the sway.
Huge vested interest in what their celebrities, whether it's actors, actresses,
they're slaves, basically. They're puppets.
You know, musicians, what they do, what they say, and
the agendas they promote.
You know, there's been a lot of theories going around the past few decades about some of these celebrities that step out of line and mysteriously
they get that ass smacked, and not in a good way.
Celebrities that step out of line and mysteriously turn up dead, right? And you know, there was a lot of theories, especially like in the hip hop culture, hip hop industry. You get a lot of this. Tupac, right? He was, you know, some say expect Illuminati, put my body to sleep, and then he dies, whatever. Michael Jackson, who was
Prince,
speculated to start
Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina,
out about this stuff, and then he ends up dead. But you know, there's absolutely no doubt that there's a vested interest there, right? So if some of these celebrities get out of line and start going a certain direction that the owners of that industry don't like, it does make sense that they would have people step in as handlers to influence them at the very least, to manipulate them. And if push comes to shove, to do something extremely heinous. I mean, I don't know. It's not an unreasonable
It's
thing.
not.
Because these...
You can't put nothing past none of them niggas.
Celebrities have so much influence over people. Politicians don't.
Right.
Politics is downstream from culture. Culture is what matters. So if the culture...
Facts.
I mean, culture is everything. It's everything. It's what... It's the spirit of the people. It's what influences them. And if you can control that, well, then you can control the minds of the people. And if you control the minds of the people, you can control how they act and what they vote for, what they buy,
what they co-sign,
what they listen to,
what ideas and beliefs they adopt.
Everything. You own their soul.
You can change their beliefs.
So, yeah.
This person's
people
a weirdo.
Who like power want to control cultural icons. There's no doubt about that. Now, I want to talk about something that happened today. And this, I see this and I think, yeah, I know what's going on here. There's something very suspicious happening. So,
first of all, how do you drown in a bathtub? That's what I want to know. How do you mysteriously, and who found you? I want to know who found him. He was mysteriously found dead, drowned in a bathtub, y'all. And of course, they're going to blame drugs. You know, like, oh, he was on drugs and this and that and the other. Even if he was on drugs, guys, I truly believe he was taken out for one reason or another. If y'all are not really hip to Aaron Carter, like in the past few years, past 5-6 years, he has been speaking out on a lot. I do feel like he was capping a lot. I do feel like he would lie and manipulate, you know, different conversations to get clout and stuff like that. That's how I feel. But I also feel like he was speaking truth, and he was going to speak more truth, you know, especially when he was talking about, hey, I need to talk to Kanye West. And we all know Kanye West is on the chopping block for what he has been saying here in the news lately as well. So, you know, it's just a lot behind these celebrities that a lot of people are not realizing. But I feel like more people are waking up to certain facts like, damn, maybe this is true, or maybe, you know, this and that. And it's good to see, because I remember making these videos a while back and people like were really just not open to it at all. But just to see, you know, like some of these things are just in our faces, like he said. And if you still choose to turn a blind eye to it and not realize what's going on, that's on you. You know, like they're making it even more blatant in our faces than they ever have in life before. So, you know, like I said, man, this is not content to make you fearful, scared, afraid. This is just content to raise the awareness of what's really going on in the dark energy and entities in this industry. And, you know, letting the youth and letting anybody who wants to be in the industry, letting them know that it's not worth the sacrifice that you have to go through, man. It's not worth having to deal with all the evils in that industry. It's just not.
Aaron Carter died today at 34 years old. First of all, very sad. Very, very sad. Heart goes out to his family. But let's just check this out, right? Aaron Carter, the American pop singer and actor behind songs like I Want Candy and That's How I Beat Shaq, has died. The Hollywood Reporter and TMZ report, and Pitchfork has confirmed. Carter was found dead on Saturday, November 5th, in his home in Lancaster, California. Police arrived at the scene after a 911 call was made claiming that the musician had drowned in the bathtub.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How do you drown in the bathtub, yo? I don't know. Maybe somebody can like tell me, have you ever experienced in life that you accidentally almost drown in the bathtub, guys? And then on top of that, I want to know who exactly called the police who arrived at the scene. Who made the 911 call, guys?
Yeah, that seems normal. That seems like a normal way to die.
Right. But we all know Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina, both of those incidents were bathtub incidents as well. And if you guys don't know, the bathtub is what they use as a ritual for the occult. You know, you will see different bathtub rituals being promoted in music videos as well. I think, was it Megan or Cardi? One of them was in the bathtub. I believe it was Megan. I could be wrong. Who else had a bathtub scene? You had Tupac in the bathtub with all his jewelry on and shit like that. Like the bathtub is very known for a ritual, all right, a satanic ritual. But anyway,
so that supposedly is what happened, right? Okay, very suspicious, very weird. I mean, drowning in the bathtub. I could see drowning in the pool. I mean, that's even suspicious, right? Maybe drowning in a lake. You know?
It's like drowning in a kiddie pool. Like, what are the odds that you're a grown-ass person, you know, and you're in a kiddie pool that's like 2 feet high and you're 5 feet, 6 feet tall, and you end up drowning in a kiddie pool? Come on.
Swimming out to the lake. Maybe you're swimming to the island to jump off some cliffs. That's what we used to do. 2
days before he passes away, he says, yo, Kanye, let's talk man to man.
In your bathtub, it just seems like it'd be really hard to do. That's something like a baby does, right? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a conspiracy theorist.
Facts.
No. You have a mind of your own, right?
Facts. You're a truther. That's what it is.
That doesn't make sense. So, really,
anybody who doesn't go along with the rest of the world, like the sheep, anybody who doesn't want to be a sheep, and I'm going to just say this. To anybody who wants to be a sheep, that's fine, okay? I'm not judging you at all. But don't be mad at the shepherds because we want to think different than the rest of the crowd, my nigga, you know? Like, don't try to call us conspiracy theorists because we are trying to think for ourselves. We are trying to see behind the curtain. We are trying to figure out what's really real. Because half the time, if the mainstream media is promoting it and the mainstream media wants us to believe it, it's probably bullshit, okay? It's probably a lie. But really, who questions anything? You know, people really don't question anything anymore. People just say, oh, this was in the news, so it's true. Oh, this is what's on social media, so it's true. You know, You guys got to look deeper. You got to look deeper. And if you don't want to look deeper, I feel you. But if you clicked on this video, then I'm pretty sure you're probably somebody who has their own mind as well. Shout out to y'all.
Really interesting. What did Aaron Carter tweet yesterday? Just yesterday. He said, yo, Kanye, let's talk man to man. Okay. Now, Ye, as many of you know, he's been calling out a certain group of people who have a lot of control in Hollywood.
You better be careful.
In the music industry.
You know, Kanye is one of them guys that he just never held back. You know, he always spoke what he felt was true to him. Even though sometimes he say some stupid, dumbass shit, all right? Whatever he's saying, you know that nigga truly believes that, you know? So, I don't know, man. I feel like Kanye and a lot of these artists get fed up to the point to where they're like, you know what? I will be my own sacrifice. It's fine, you know? As long as I can say what the fuck I want to say, I'm going to say it. You know, and if you want to come hunt me down, do that. And then these people become dangerous because it's like, okay, if you're not scared of dying, if you're not scared of us coming for you and killing you, and we really got to get to your ass really quick because, you know, when you get to that point, it's like they will expose anything.
There's some pretty wild stuff coming out. So Kanye tweets this out 2 days ago.
What should be obvious by now is that I was raised to stand for my truth regardless of the consequences. So I will say this again. I was mentally misdiagnosed and nearly drugged out of my mind to make a manageable, well-behaved celebrity. So to me, guys, this sounds like MK Ultra, honestly. All right, it sounds like he's admitting to being under MK Ultra, undergoing MK Ultra for him to get his ass in line, which I feel like happens to a lot of these celebrities who have a mind of their own, who want to go against the agenda or say what they want to say. So they stick them in a room or they go to jail or they go to rehab, right? And I feel like rehab in jail is really reprogramming your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like trigger words and torments and all these types of stuff to basically get you in line, wear down your brain, and program it to get back on pace with the agenda that you're supposed to be, putting out into the media as a puppet for them, as a slave for them. So this is the thing, man. A lot of these celebrities don't understand. When you do sign to these labels and you do sell your soul, right? They own you. They own you. All right. You are nothing but an object to them that is going to help them with an agenda that they are trying to promote, which is basically wanting to destroy and cause destruction and fear around the world. All right. And once you sign your name on that dotted line, man, like you are basically giving up your right to speak your truth. It ain't your truth no more, my nigga. Like I said, they look at you as an object, all right, and something to use to get benefit out of. And how are they going to benefit when your ass keeps saying this and saying that and, trying to expose this and expose that? Of course, they're going to silence you. Of course, they're going to put you under MK Ultra because they need some type of control over you. All right. Because they feel like, look, you are the dog. I am the owner. All right. So I'm going to train you. Look up MK Ultra, y'all. I'm going to train you to think this way. I'm going to train you to believe this and believe that. I'm going to train you to send out this message to the masses. But sometimes MK Ultra starts to break down, The mind is a powerful thing, guys. We have to realize that. The mind is a powerful thing. And sometimes these artists are able to break out of that MK Ultra. And they are able to continue speaking their truth. And a lot of those people, a lot of those celebrities end up passing away, man, because they cannot be controlled. If the media cannot control you guys, you're not going to exist long on the platform, or they're not going to promote you. Your videos are not going to be promoted. Your music is not going to be promoted, because they know that you have influence. They know how important influence is to the culture, like he said. So they're not going to allow somebody exposing too much and speaking too much truth. They're not going to allow that person to elevate. Why would they do that? That's dumb as hell. Y'all got to think, man. Y'all got to think.
Just before Aaron Carter tweeted Yo, yay, let's talk.
Yeah, facts.
So,
imagine Aaron Carter and Kanye West talking about the MK Ultra and all of that. And man, bro. Whoo.
Ye says, what should be obvious by now is that I was raised to stand for my truth regardless of the consequences. So I will say this again, I was mentally misdiagnosed and nearly drugged out of my mind to make me a manageable and well-behaved celebrity. And here's the main...
I believe that shit happened to Chris Brown, multiple people, man.
...character of the story here. His name's Harley Pasternak. You'll see.
Oh, yeah, this guy was the trainer, right? Trainer to the stars, trainer to the celebrities. I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. Hold on, who is that? Kanye? Was this a message from Kanye? Oh, yeah. Message from Kanye. I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words, and everything that is discussed is based in fact and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Oh my God. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. Wow. What the fuck, yo? So this guy, and it's crazy because I went to the guys because I was researching what was going on with the Kanye situation, and I seen this guy right here. And I guess he's like some type of trainer to the stars, a lot of celebrities and shit like that. And he's basically a handler. It sounds like he's a handler, guys. Y'all have to look up MK Ultra. Look up whoever just subscribed. I appreciate you so much. Shout out to you, everybody who's watching and subscribed. Thank y'all so much. But yeah, look up MK Ultra handler. And these handlers basically program and break the mind down. Break the mind of these celebrities down to get the results that they want to get. They wear your mind down through different tactics, all right? And put you back out there to be the celebrity again. And this time you're supposed to be more well-behaved and everything because they break your mental down. And they implement different things, like I said, trigger words and stuff like that. Go look at Britney Spears under MK Ultra. Yep, man, there's just so much information on that shit. But anyway, guys, that's crazy that... Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. This trainer guy, I went to his Instagram and I noticed that his shit was private. I said, oh, okay, you privated your shit after Kanye West exposed your text message. That's crazy, bro. This is crazy.
Harley.
But you know what? It doesn't surprise me. But what is surprising is that Kanye is actually putting it. No, that's not surprising either. I don't know. This is wild, yo.
But the kids just won't be the same. Wow, that's super messed up.
That's crazy.
So this guy,
crazy,
Harley, is saying to Ye that that he better shut the heck up.
Facts.
And if he doesn't, he's basically threatening to do what was done before, to drug Ye up and have him hospitalized again. So it sounds like the first hospitalization was the result of manipulation from this guy, Harley Pasternak.
Man.
Now, who is Harley?
This shit is deep, man.
Pasternak? Well, first of all, look at those eyes.
Facts.
Eyes never lie.
There's no soul in them eyes, y'all. He looks like a doll.
Chico. Harley Pasternak is a quote-unquote personal trainer who is connected.
No, he is an MK Ultra trainer, guys.
And has personally trained, right? All of these different celebrities, a long list of celebrities that he has.
He did programmed all of these celebrities, guys.
Had for clients. Adam Levine, Lady Gaga, Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, Megan Fox, John Mayer, Amy Schumer, Ariana Grande, Charlie Puth, Jessica Simpson. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Mac Miller,
Usher.
Crazy,
you
bro.
have Seth Rogen, Robert Downey Jr., Halle Berry.
Crazy, bro.
Bono. Oh, yeah. A lot of these people are connected to Hillary Clinton, too. Rihanna. Mac Miller. Oh, he's dead.
That's strange.
Died in 2018. Alicia Keys. Yeah, isn't that interesting? And we're going to read this thread because this lays out all of the suspicious activity. man.
Let's say, who is Harley Pasternak? The man whom Kanye West has accused of trying to institutionalize him, drug him into oblivion, and take his kids away. As it turns out, this personal trainer is connected to psychological operations. Of course, the Canadian military and other strangeness. Yes, God. This is just wild to me that this stuff is coming out, yo. This is wild.
Talk about handlers, right?
Facts, handlers.
I think we found one. I think we found one. How this industry works. And this is, like I said, it's been speculated about for a long time.
This is crazy.
Now all this stuff is coming out by the grace of God, I believe.
By the grace of God. That's one thing, like, the devil can run this world. This is kind of the devil's world, I ain't gonna lie. You know, everything is material based. And you just look around, you can see the devil is all over, but you can see that God is all over too. And in the end, God will always prevail, you know? God will always prevail. So seek truth, guys. Seek truth for yourself. Connect with God. Make sure that you better your connection with yourself, you know? Elevate yourself. Elevate your consciousness. I feel like that's the most important thing that we could be doing at this time, y'all.
Evil stuff. I mean, think about this on the face of it. Just from what we've seen so far, Harley Pasternak texting Ye and saying, look, we're going to get you institutionalized and drugged up again if you don't shut the fuck up.
Right.
Wow. That's so evil, man. That's so evil.
They don't give a fuck.
What he says about his kids. Like, your kids won't, you know, visits with the children just won't be the same. Whoa. What's really interesting is the Wikipedia page, by the way, for Harley Pasternak has been changed over the past 24 hours.
I bet.
I
bet.
I'm going to leave a link to this thread because all the information really is in this thread from Restoring Order, Patrick Casey, where it a lot of it was changed, and there's a lot of things obviously they don't want us to know. You can see this is the new Wikipedia and the old Wikipedia from like 48 hours.
It raised a red flag to me when I went to his Instagram page and seen that it was private.
Hours ago, which can be fine. But you can literally look this up on, you know, Archive, you know, the Wayback Machine, and, you know, show this for sure. You know, the list of clients is gone. His connections with Ye and other things were manipulated and removed, and certain things added to the Wikipedia as soon as this information came out. Really interesting. Yeah, someone recently removed the Pasternak Wikipedia entry. Two main things: any reference to Kanye West and the lengthy list of his former clients.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Isn't that curious? Yeah. Here's a list of Harley's noteworthy clients. Someone doesn't want you to see this. Note that some of his former clients had mental breakdowns.
Man, say.
You notice that's like a common thread with some of these big celebrities?
And they always say it was a suicide and this and that, you know, like, or they blame it on gang violence.
Like Brittany Murphy, Mac Miller, both died at a very young age, and others. Also worth noting is that the fact that Kanye West was hospitalized in late 2016. Where was he on the onset of his alleged breakdown? Harley Pasternak's home, of course. So in 2016, when the actual ambulance came and Ye was handcuffed, he was at Harley Pasternak's home at the time.
It's crazy, bro.
And note that the text message from Pasternak threatened to have him institutionalized again. Wow.
And his kids taken, basically.
But who is Harley Pasternak? He's a personal trainer, right? Let's take a look at his background. At first glance, nothing stands out, just an educated man with a master's degree in exercise and nutrition science. But that isn't the full story. What else do we have here? Oh, he worked for the Canadian military, the Department of National Defense. That's for the Canadian military. As a scientist. And his focus was on physiology and nutrition with a specialty in caffeine and ephedrine. So drugs. Wow. Okay. The Department of National Defense is the Canadian government's department which supports the Canadian Armed Forces. It's the equivalent of like the DOD here in the U.S. So he also worked as a scientist in Toronto under the Canadian military at some of their research stations. What sort of stuff is researched at the Department of Research and Development for Canada's military?
Psychology
human
and
systems
malicious
integration,
Wow.
social and psychological factors that affects the resolution of conflict, the psychology of malicious intent, social and cultural factors influencing behavior.
That's crazy. Psyops.
So,
Yep.
psyops.
It's crazy, bro.
Got it. Now let's look at this clip from not long ago, where Pasternak is talking about how he's done a lot of research in different drugs and stuff.
And the area that I was interested in was how drugs and food affect muscular performance. And
When you say drugs, are they like performance-enhancing drugs? Or are they
all
just
kinds of drugs.
Okay.
So working for the military, I wasn't governed by the same laws that the typical person was, so I could look at the impact of certain drugs that are not everyday things. So we looked at a drug called modafinil, which was for
Heard it.
narcoleptics. So if you give a soldier this drug, how long could they stay awake for without having any health detriment?
Is that used now as one of these brain drugs? I've heard the name before somewhere.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. Modafinil, it will keep you awake, but it's not a stimulant.
Really?
So if a special forces person has to stay awake for 3 nights waiting for the right opportunity to do whatever they have to do, we could give them modafinil and it would keep them alert.
You know what's crazy to me? A lot of celebrities have spoken about being up for like 5 straight days, for a long period of time. I'm wondering if they give these celebrities that modafinil shit to keep them going.
I did research on a drug called acetazolamide, which is for use at high altitude so you don't get altitude sickness.
And not only that, the DND also includes like a subset in that organization called the Defense Research Board, which literally funded MK Ultra, as did the CIA.
I tell you, MK Ultra, man.
Man, you can't make this stuff up.
Telling you.
Can you, boys? And by the way, as well, another interesting tidbit of info: Harley Pasternak also sits on the board of advisors of Optima Health Corp, a company that grows EU GMP grade psilocybin and manufactures synthetic psychedelics. This is how these celebrities are often controlled if they step out of line.
Facts.
If they don't,
Facts.
if they go along with the system, it's
And why do you think they look crazy? Why do you think half of these celebrities look crazy? Sometimes it's not the crack cocaine and it's other psychedelic synthetic drugs that they are giving these celebrities, bro. This shit crazy, man. Look at Chris Brown. He's a prime example. I know that nigga do cocaine and shit like that, But some of these celebrities are drugged to oblivion, because they can't be controlled. So they're going to find a way to control them.
celebrities are often controlled if they step out of line. If they don't, if they go along with the system, there isn't much necessary. These guys are brought in though as a handler, especially to those celebrities I think that want to step out of line or try to have a voice of their own, a mind of their own, and not go along with the woke agenda, not go along with the New World Order plan. So, yeah, pretty shady stuff. So,
This is crazy,
really interesting. And Aaron Carter tweeting this out right when Ye exposes this guy, names Harley Pasternak, as if Aaron Carter was like in the background. Let's talk man to man. Let's have a conversation
now
about
he's
this,
dead.
because I know what you're getting at here, and we can maybe get together and just start exposing. Maybe he had a different handler. I tried to research Aaron Carter and Harley Pasternak and to see if there was a connection between the two. I couldn't find it, but that doesn't mean
they have so many damn different handlers, man.
that Aaron at one point didn't have his own handler, and that maybe a so-called union could be formed, right? You know, they have unions. They have the Starbucks employees right now trying to create a union for the employees, for the workers. Okay, whatever. Like, I don't really have much of an opinion on that. But, you know, why don't the celebrities have a union against these handlers?
Man.
It's like workers' rights, right? You know, like.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know what, I can compare it to, you know, slaves. You know, during slave times and shit. There are a few slaves that did try to, you know, run away, or did try to get rid of the master, or, you know, the slave owner. And of course, those slaves were dealt with and they were made examples out of. And even when the slaves were freed, a lot of the slaves wanted to stay slaves, you know, because they already had that mentality. It's kind of like, when you fence in or put the electric gate around sheep or around, you know, animals, if they get shocked by that gate, pretty much they're going to stay in the parameters of where they should be. And even when you remove the gates, guess what? They're not even going to venture off further than where they are, because they're already programmed, guys, to stay in the box. You know? And a lot of these celebrities are programmed to stay in the box. There's a few celebrities here and there that they make an example out of when they step out of line. But for the majority of these celebrities, guys, they are okay with being slaves. You know, they go with the agenda. So you can even take this into your everyday life as well and say, where am I boxing myself in? What type of risk can I take to take myself outside of that box? You know, because there's so much more to explore, guys. Let me know how y'all feel. This was a really, really, really good video. Go subscribe to Resisting the Reset. All right. His information will be in the description down below. His channel will be in the description down below. The original video. All right. Shout out to him. He's definitely doing great things. Raising the awareness, guys. That's what it's all about. Keep raising the vibration of love. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and all of that. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell their Aunt Jemima, tell their Uncle Joey, still a hard. We'll see you guys in the next motherfucking video. I love y'all, man. Peace. We out, baby.